Welcome. Thanks for watching. My name is Stijn Hendrikse, and I'd like to talk a little bit about the journey that our audiences go through when we do marketing. What is marketing? Marketing is really about convincing someone, inviting someone, helping someone change their behavior, making a decision, taking an action. And we found that the fundamental three questions that need to be answered for people to sort of progress through that journey are the following. The first one is, why should I change? Why do I, as someone you're marketing to, get out of my state of inertia? Why do I need to do anything? And that needs to be a convincing argument that I personally care about. Why do I need to change? Once I have decided that I want to change, the next question is, why would you? Okay, I want to go do something about the challenge I face, the dream I have, but why would you? And that's all about establishing credibility. Why are you the trusted guide that will take me on my journey? And then the final question is, why now? Right? If I have decided that I have a challenge, I've decided to do something about it, I've decided that you're a great partner to do it with, I still may end up in I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next year, I'll do it when I have budget. I'm not ready to convince my boss about this project. So answering these three questions is fundamental to people progressing through the funnel. The funnel of awareness. Do I know that I have a problem? Am I aware of my pain? Am I aware of the opportunity that I have to do something to achieve my dreams? There's part of the funnel that is about consideration. Why would I do that with you? Why would I engage your company? Why would I consider your solution to my challenge, my problem? And then the final part of the funnel, conversion, right? How do I turn that into action? How do I turn that into someone now making a decision to act, to buy, to click, etc.? And what we find is that answering these three questions is the foundation of most successful marketing. And let's take these apart a little bit. Why change? How do you answer the question, why change? We find that there's really only one way to do that, and it's thinking about what is the pain that your audience can recognize, can identify with. And pain can be both a positive or a negative thing. We think of this as your fears or your dreams. It is very painful if you cannot achieve your dreams, if you're held back, if you feel there are things standing in the way of you fulfilling your potential, achieving your goals, right? So those would be dreams. And fears, of course, are the things that keep you up at night. And if we as marketers do a good job connecting with those fears and dreams, sometimes called pain points or challenges, then we have the ability to get people out of that state of inertia, to really answer that question, why should they change? If the subject line of an email addresses a pain point that your audience really connects with, that they really recognize, now they're going to click on that email. Fundamental first step. The second part is, why you? Why, if I find that I have to act, I want to do something, and I click on the email, and now I'm reading the email, and now the email is going to tell me a little bit about you, the person who sent that email. How do you convince someone that you are the right person to take them on this journey, right? And we'd like to talk about this as your claims. What are the things that you can claim that will make someone feel good about engaging on this journey with you? The way we think about getting a real clear picture of those claims is in the following framework. What are you best at? It's fine here to talk about yourself. In the first part here, but you don't want to talk about yourself. You want to talk about your customer, your audience. It's about them. It's about their pain, their fears and dreams. But now that they've clicked, they've established one sort of first step on this journey and they're connecting with you, it's okay for you to talk a little bit about yourself. What are you best at? More important, what are you better at than others? What sets you apart? What are your differentiators? And then ideally, you can answer the question, what can only you do? Is there something that only your product does, only your service can achieve, that only your company can deliver on, right? So what are you best at? What are you better at than others? And what can only you do? And this is really what positioning comes down to in marketing, right? How do you find the what's called positioning vectors, the 2 or 3 things that really set you apart, that make you define the part of the market that you play in a way where there is no competition, right? Because you found these 1 or 2 things that make you stand out of your peers so well that there is no real competition. If your audience has agreed that they have a certain need, you can deliver on that in a way that is unique, that is something that only you can do. Now you get to a point where there's no consideration of anybody else. Your audience knows that they have something that they want to solve for, a pain point. They understand that you're probably better at that than anybody else. And now the next step is getting them to act, getting them to take that last final step, to step into the journey, to go on this journey with you. And we like to call these sort of the gain parts of the communication. What does someone stand to gain by making that final step? What will they not gain if they don't? Is there something you can do around sort of FOMO, fear of missing out? In your language, in your communication, can you say, hey, 9 out of 10 who have done X, Y, Z have achieved ABC, have solved for this pain, right? 20 who have gone before you have done X, Y, Z and been successful. 40,000 of X, Y, Z have been able to do this. Why are you not one of them? This is all about driving that urgency to act. That if they don't act, they are missing out and that clock starts ticking. This is ideally communicated with things like data, tangible numbers, demonstrating that others have gone before, right? Whether those are customer testimonials or quotes, or ideally even with visual demonstration, video, images, photos. Those are far more powerful than when you say things with words, because it sort of proves that other people have gone before. But if you do this well, if you're able to define what the pain of your audience really is, what are their fears and dreams, if you're able to then turn over that interest into what you can deliver to help them, to become that what's called trusted guide, now you have to only deliver on this urgency of what do you stand to gain if you go that final step. And that's really the core of communication in a marketing framework, going through that funnel. There's another set of words that is interesting, maybe one sort of final piece. I like when you think of content, the content that you use to do this. This first part is the content that needs to wow people. It needs to stand out. It needs to make people look up, notice you, walk into your tent, click on that email as I shared before. And then there is the sort of the how part. Once someone has noticed you, they've acknowledged that they have pain, they're ready to change, you need to show them how. You need to become that trusted guide. So it becomes more comfortable to move forward, because people will be resistant to change for 2 reasons. 1, they're in a natural state of inertia. 2, they really don't know where to start. So in addition to driving that credibility by showing all the things you're great at, you're best at, you're better at than others, and that only you can do, now you also need to show them how you will do it. It's an even more fundamental proof of your credibility, proof that you are the trusted guide that can take them on that journey. And then finally, the last part is now. Why should they do that now and not wait till tomorrow? This is a framework that we love to use, and we hope this is helpful for you in your marketing work. Thank you.